With today's cattle market, disease prevention is key. One outbreak can dramatically decrease a cattleman's overall profit for the entire year. Reporter Bryan takes us to Summerville, Georgia, where one very busy producer explains why it's important to find time to vaccinate against Clostridial disease.
I worked for myself for years. I run a business that we had and just slowly drifted back and started buying a few cows, and before I knew it, that's all I had time for.
Tucked away in the northwest corner of Georgia, Bill Bryan runs Bryan Farms, a cow-calf and stocker operation with 4 herds of cattle spread across 2 counties.
It makes it tough when you got to go 10 miles to check on a herd of cows and then turn around and go 8 miles another direction. It takes up a lot of your time during the day.
That's why Bill relies on his family to keep the daily tasks on the farm running smoothly.
My wife helps me every day. She does a lot with the day-to-day, going checking on the cows that are calving and counting and making sure none of them are out or anything. My daughter Christy just graduated University of Georgia, and she helps on the farm. Kayla, she's in high school, and when she's not in school, I can get her if I need help to go round one up or to go fix a fence or something like that. And it's pretty much a family operation.
In addition to running a cattle operation, Bill is also actively involved in the Georgia Cattlemen's Association because he believes promoting the beef industry and educating producers is time well spent.
I've been on the board for about 6 years, and this year I'm president. We'll be till the 1st of April. I conduct the meetings and try to keep up and help the staff conduct the day-to-day business. My cell phone's rang more times in the past 9 months than it has since I've had it.
With Bill's busy schedule, dealing with a Clostridial disease outbreak is not something he wants to spend his valuable time or money taking care of.
Clostridial diseases are a bacteria that's very unique in that it has the ability to form a spore that is like a grain of sand that can be in the soil and stays in the soil forever, and it withstands extreme temperature changes and drought. And then the animal can pick it up out of the soil, and it grows inside the rumen and it can spread throughout different parts of the body.
And when it hits, it's a disaster, and it won't just be 1 or 2. Usually it comes in a group. It's deadly. It's mainly in your calves that are 2 months to 2 years of age. Now, you can get it, a cow can get it, but it's usually in that age group.
A cow has been around for a long time, may be exposed and develop some immunity, and so they're less likely to get the actual disease, whereas the calf hasn't never seen it, sees it for the first time. It's just like any cold or any disease you see for the first time. You get the worst clinical signs at that time, and so that younger animal is much more susceptible.
The most commonly known Clostridial disease is Blackleg, but Dr. Ensley says there are also many other types producers need to be aware of and protect against.
Clostridium shoveii is what we consider blackleg, and then we have septicum, Clostridium septicum, Clostridium sordellii, Clostridium novii, Clostridium perfringens C and D, and we also have Clostridium novii D that was formerly thought of as hemolyticum or red water disease. And then we also have Clostridium tetani, which everybody knows about, even humans.
When Bill's uncle had a blackleg outbreak in his herd, Bill saw firsthand the benefit of having a good disease prevention program in place on his own operation.
My uncle had called one day, and he had found a couple of dead calves. And in 3 days, he lost 8 calves, I believe it was, to blackleg. And he never had vaccinated, and we'd vaccinated some of ours. And I seen real quick what a disaster can be in just a matter of 2 or 3 days.
Generally, in most Clostridial diseases, it's too late once you see the clinical signs. Treatment is usually not very beneficial to those animals. You think you're doing a lot of things right, and ranchers can go out and, they look at the cattle one day and they look good, and the next day they're dead.
Losing cattle takes an extreme emotional toll on the producer, but a Clostridial disease outbreak also means a substantial profit loss.
If you wean and sell a 500-pound calf and it averages $1 a pound, that's $500 a lick. If you lose 6 or 8 calves, you've lost a pretty good bit of profit. I mean, you've kept that cow for a year, and you've fed her and you've taken care of her and provided, a place for her to be, land for her to run on. And then you lose her calf, you've lost a whole year for her. I mean, it's not like that you can, if she loses her calf, you can go out and replace it tomorrow. I mean, that's it for this year.
Beringer Ingelheim Vetmedica Incorporated has 3 different families of products to help prevent a Clostridial disease outbreak while also meeting the producer's specific needs.
The Alpha family is a neat vaccine in the way that it's a 2cc dose. If the animals are 3 months of age or older, it's a 1-dose product. Caliber is the typical 2cc Blackleg dose that requires 2 doses, but it's very smooth. You're not going to impact growth in those calves. You're not going to see a lot of issues with it, and it does a really good job. It's very clean. The Barvac family is probably from the older generation. It's a 5cc dose that gives you good protection. It does require 2 doses, but it has multiple different combinations, and so it's a great product for some operations that are looking for something a little less expensive.
Bill uses the Alpha 7 MB1 product because not only does it prevent his herd from contracting a Clostridial disease with just a single dose, it also protects against pink eye, another common disease cattle face.
Alpha 7 MB1 is a unique combination for the Alpha family in that it has a true 1-dose pink eye product also. And it has 8 strains of Moraxella bovis, which is the causative agent for most pink eye lesions. And being that 1-dose strain is we get it in early, we get good 7-way Clostridial protection, and we get a pink eye product that's been proven to work throughout the year.
We like it because it's 1 shot and you're good for a year. Most of the other brands require a booster shot in 21, 28 days. Some of them in 14 days. A lot of the producers around will ask me, well, what do you use? And I recommend that one to them because some of them have never got them up before and done it until they lose a calf or 2 to Blackleg. And if they only have to get them up once and do it, they're more likely to go ahead and do it than they would be if they thought they were going to have to do it twice.
In addition to Clostridial disease, pink eye is also something that can dramatically impact the calf's health and the producer's bottom line.
There are some studies out there that show that there can be a 70-pound drop in weaning weights with that, and if we figure what the price of a pound today is, that's a pretty good cost.
When you're talking about vaccinating a calf, a Blackleg pink eye combination shot is less than $2 a head. If you've got 100 calves, you're going to spend less than $200. And you lose 1 calf to disease, and you've lost 2 to 3 times that much in today's market. It's like an insurance policy. To me, it's something you got to have.
Bill hopes Bryan Farms will be around long enough for his daughters to take over one day, and he believes having a good herd health program is the key to his operation's success.
I want the animals to be healthy. I mean, I don't want them out sick and dying, and we try to take care of them because they're how we make a living.
Reporting from Bryan Farms in Summerville, Georgia, I'm Brian Baxter for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman.
Now, for more information on ways to prevent Clostridial disease and pink eye in your operation, log on to our website at cattlemantocattleman.org.